All right, let's dive into a tech decision that pretty much everyone faces these days: picking the right screen. It seems simple, but if you get it right, it's awesome. But if you get it wrong, well, that's an expensive mistake just sitting on your desk or in your living room. And honestly, with the lines between TVs and monitors getting blurrier every single year, it's a tougher choice than ever.
So picture this. You need a new screen. You're browsing online and you see this giant, absolutely gorgeous 4K TV on sale. But right next to it is this sleek, specialized computer monitor that's promising all kinds of crazy specs. Which one do you go for? And let's be real, making the wrong call here isn't just about a little buyer's remorse. It can mean legit eye strain, daily frustration, and a pretty terrible experience for the very thing you bought it to do.
Okay, so let's clear up all that confusion. Here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we're going to crack the code on the core differences between these two. Then, we'll dive into the big showdowns: gaming and work. And finally, I'm going to give you a super simple framework to help you make the right choice with confidence. Sound good?
All right, first things first, the fundamentals. Before we can even begin to pick a winner for you, you've got to understand the core tech that really makes these screens so different from each other. Okay, this table right here, it really tells the whole story. What you're seeing are two completely different design philosophies. Monitors. They are built for speed and raw, unfiltered input. You get those super fast response times to crush motion blur and crazy high refresh rates for buttery smooth action. TVs, on the other hand, they're all about image processing. They take a signal and they just, spruce it up to look more cinematic, which almost always means slower response times. So, all that fancy image processing on a TV, motion smoothing, upscaling, all that stuff, it comes at a cost. And that cost is called input lag. Just think of it as this tiny, perceptible delay between you moving your mouse and the cursor actually moving on screen. In a fast-paced game, that delay can be the difference between winning and losing. For literally any interactive task, lower input lag is key to feeling connected to what you're doing. So, if you take one thing away from this section, let it be this. It all boils down to viewing distance and purpose. A monitor is engineered for you to be sitting like 2 feet away, where your eyes demand sharpness and instant response. A TV, it's designed for you to be lounging on a couch 10 feet away, where it's all about that big, immersive, movie-like picture. Now with that foundation laid, let's talk about the big one, gaming. This is where the debate gets really, really interesting, and it pretty much boils down to one key question. So you gotta be honest with yourself here. What kind of gamer are you really? Are you trying to climb the ranked ladder in Valorant or Call of Duty, where every single millisecond counts? Or are you the type who just loves to get lost in a gorgeous, sprawling single-player world like Cyberpunk or Baldur's Gate? Your answer points you directly to the right screen. And here's where that choice really comes into focus. For competitive gaming, a monitor gives you a real, tangible advantage. I mean, with its high refresh rate and fast response time, you literally see the action sooner and with less blur. But man, for those epic, story-driven games, nothing, and I mean nothing, beats a massive TV with stunning HDR. It's the difference between just playing a game and feeling like you're in the game. But listen up, here's a super important tip, no matter which side you're leaning towards. If you're gaming on a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X, this part is absolutely non-negotiable. You have to look for HDMI 2.1. That's the port, the key, that unlocks the best features, like that incredibly smooth 120 frames per second at 4K resolution. Seriously, don't buy a new screen without it. And this is a trap I see people fall into all the time. You know that feeling, right? You see this giant 65-inch TV for the same price as a 32-inch monitor, and you think, wow, that's way more screen for my buck. But if that huge screen makes your work look blurry or your games feel sluggish, it's not a deal. You have to prioritize what it does for you over just how big it is. Okay, let's switch gears. We're moving from play to productivity. When you're staring at a screen for 8 hours a day, the priorities change big time. This is all about comfort, clarity, and frankly, your long-term eye health. You can forget all that stuff about refresh rates and response times for a minute, because when you're sitting at a desk reading emails and documents all day, one thing matters more than anything else, and that is sharpness. And this right here is where the difference between a TV and a monitor becomes, well, painfully obvious. So why does this even happen? Well, think of every single pixel as being made of smaller red, green, and blue lights. On a TV, those little lights are arranged in a way that's perfect for blending colors smoothly for video when you're on the couch. But get up close, and that same arrangement can make the sharp edges of text look kind of fuzzy and fringed with weird colors. Trying to read that all day is a recipe for a headache.
But monitors, they're built completely differently. They arrange those same tiny lights specifically to create razor-sharp lines and edges for things like text and user interfaces. They are engineered from the ground up for you to be right in front of them. And this isn't some minor tweak, it's baked into their DNA.
And it's not just about the pixels. Monitors have this whole suite of features you just won't find on a TV. We're talking a single USB-C cable that handles video, data, and charges your laptop all at once. Or fully adjustable stands so you're not hunched over all day. And those anti-glare screens, absolutely essential in a brightly lit room. These are quality-of-life features built specifically for work.
And if you're a numbers person, this chart makes the whole text issue super clear. PPI just means pixels per inch. It's about how densely packed the pixels are. So even though that huge 55-inch 4K TV has more total pixels, they're spread out over a much larger area. The smaller 27-inch monitor packs its pixels in way tighter, and that results in a much sharper image when you're sitting right in front of it.
Okay, we've thrown a lot of tech at you. We've talked gaming, we've talked work, so now let's tie it all together. Here is a super simple 3-step framework you can use right now to find your perfect screen.
It really is this simple. Step 1. Distance. This is your #1 filter. Are you at a desk or on a couch? That's it. Step 2. What's your primary use? Be honest with yourself about what you're going to spend 80% of your time doing on this thing. And finally, step 3. Match the tool to the job. You want to pick the screen that is a master of your primary task, not a jack of all trades that's kind of mediocre at everything.
So here it is, the final breakdown. If your screen time is mostly spent at a desk where text clarity and responsive speed are king, then a monitor is your jam. But if you're all about that couch life, gaming, watching movies, where cinematic immersion and just sheer, spectacular size are what matter most, then yeah, you're living in TV land.
Okay, so now you have all the tools to choose the right one screen for the job. But I want to leave you with one last kind of sneaky thought. What if the ultimate answer isn't or, but and? For a lot of people, the perfect setup is having both, a dedicated high-performance monitor for work and competitive gaming, and a great big TV for movies and immersive gaming. It might just be the best of both worlds.